All children and young people are entitled to a well-planned package of education and learning. Everyone in the classroom should have their needs taken into account. This is known as quality first teaching. In this film, we discuss education, health and care plans, or EHCPs. EHCPs are statutory plans, which means there is a duty on professionals to provide the support described in them. Having your views heard and included are essential to make sure the support available is meeting, even if they may change over time. Annual reviews of the EHCP are an important way for this to happen. Most importantly, your voice should be heard. These are your plans, they are all about you.
To me, an EHCP is, well, it's a plan basically in place where it gives an individual with an additional need the resources on hand to achieve their goals in education and gives you that opportunity to grow and thrive as a person and to achieve all that you can be.
Proud of Elise syndrome, Down syndrome,
There's stuff like dyslexia or dyspraxia.
autism, hearing or sight impaired.
For some of them, they can present an actual physical barrier to accessing things. But also another thing it can even be like a psychological barrier, because with things such as with the social difficulties some people may suffer from, it can prevent them from being able to settle in and adjust into like the school environment, because for some people that can be very scary.
I think it can it's difficult because they might not be able to interact fully in school and their ECHP.
But for those who have really profound difficulties where they need support, then yes, the EHCP is absolutely necessary. And then for those who say they need a bit more support but don't need the full extensive package that is the EHCP, then something like a My Plan or a My Plan Plus would be a much more suitable option, as that little bit extra push of support, as I call it, would be enough to develop at the same pace. Your needs as you grow up will constantly change, and that is just a part of life.
In my case, when I was younger, I definitely needed a lot of needs. But as I grew older, I sort of definitely grew a little bit more independent. So I definitely think for some people, their needs change over time, although for some people, it may not.
The annual review is where key figures that are playing an important role in overseeing your well-being or your educational development go through what you've achieved over the year, what has going well, what support's been put in place that hasn't gone as well as it could have been, what has actually been amazing and you think maybe you might not need it anymore, or what stuff actually now needs to be put in because the situation has changed for the better or worse.
They definitely bring up some changes to be brought up, just based on what was said last time and what they think, okay, so you've obviously achieved that goal, let's think of another goal you should probably achieve.
I think the child should be brought into that as much as possible, because their views are equally as important as the parents and teachers, even if they're not as aware.
I definitely think positive reinforcement is very important when it comes to those meetings, because it does tell the child, oh, I'm doing something great, I best keep doing it, and it definitely just gives them a better direction to go towards.
It is quite uplifting for my own self-esteem and confidence in I can actually do this. I'm not like someone that's always going to need to have my hand held at every step in my life, and that satisfaction, that kind of feeling empowered that you've actually done something right, I think for anyone would feel amazing.